The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Tampa Bay Downs, Valerie Daly of Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring a track record performance in the Grade 2 Bayacoa Stakes at Los Alamitos and a former claimer turned marathon stakes winner in the Grade 3 Valedictory Stakes at Woodbine. We begin with sprinting fillies and mares at Turfway Park in the Holiday Inaugural Stakes. Shrinking Violet, the 5-2 favorite, Mike Battaglia picks up the call.
Quick opening quarter for In a Jiff, who has the lead, still there by 2. Then it's Shrinking Violet right there in second. Gaining ground up on the outside, Miss Super Quick. Then here comes Sweet Cassiopeia with her run from the inside. High Techno Weenie also gains, but it's still In a Jiff. As they move into the stretch, Shrinking Violet second. High Techno Weenie is gaining ground from the inside. On the outside, she's Super Quick. In a Jiff. High Techno Weenie on the outside, Shrinking Violet. That's a photo.
And here's another look at that photo finish. It's 13-1 In a Jiff and Rolando Aragon with the lead between horses. 9-1 High Techno Weenie and Perriutes coming up the rail, and the favorite Shrinking Violet flying on the outside under Alban Jimenez. But In a Jiff holds on to take the photo by a nose over High Techno Weenie, who has a head on Shrinking Violet in that three-way photo. 6 furlongs in 109-2. Stakes placed at Indiana Grand during the summer. In a Jiff was last seen finishing 10th in the Franklin County Stakes, sprinting over the Keeneland turf. This was her first stakes victory. The 4-year-old filly by Saintly Look was bred in Indiana by Jeff and Sherry Greenhill. Jeff Greenhill also trains at a Jiff, who has earned $200,000 for Greenhill Racing Stable. To Laurel Park for the Willa on the Move Stakes. Lady Sibylla, the 6-5 favorite. Dave Rodman picks up the call.
Lady Sibylla pouring on her speed. 22-3 was the opening quarter. On this wet going, got a 4-length advantage. On the chasing Disco Chick, Galliana is third. Red's Round Table is fourth. She's Ordained is driven out wide there in the 5th spot as they get to the top of the lane. In the meantime, In Charisse is down there saving some ground, cutting that corner as they make the turn for home. Lady Sibylla in a 45 and 4.5 mile with a 4-length lead on Disco Chick in second and Galliana toward the center of the track. In Charisse is next, and Disco Barbie on for a minor share, but no doubt about it, Lady Sibylla, the lady's long gone. Lady Sibylla in the Willa on the Move Stakes, and she is moving right along to a 7-length win.
Lady Sibylla by Ashford Stud Stag and Majestic Warrior draws off to defeat Disco Barbie officially by 7 3/4 lengths. Horacio Caramanos aboard in 110-2, a 102 brisk speed rating. Third in this race last year, Lady Sibylla makes it 4 wins in 5 starts this season. The Robin Graham trainee was coming off a 4 3/4 length score in an optional claimer over the track and trip. The 4-year-old filly was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Mrs. Frank Wright. Lady Sibylla has earned $278,000. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including sire stats. To Aqueduct for sprinting fillies and mares in the Garland of Roses Stakes. Willett, the 6-5 favorite. John Embrial has the call.
The quarter went in 22 and 4/5 seconds. Bridgehampton gets clear of Winning Image. It's Bridgehampton in front by 2 midway on the turn. Winning Image is second by 3. Willett is now being asked for run and is in third. Down on the inside is Janata, then Expression and Sounds of the City. They're at the top of the stretch, 1/2 mile in 46 and 4/5 seconds. Here's Winning Image now to reclaim the lead. Willett on the outside. Janata is coming through down towards the rail, and Expression on the outside. They move for the 16th pole. Winning Image, Expression, and Willett. Sounds of the City is fourth. Expression on the outside. Expression to win the Garland of Roses.
Expression by Shadwell Farm Stag and Invasor rallies to defeat Winning Image by 3/4 of a length. Manuel Franco aboard in 113-1. Stakes placed at Belmont Park last year, the Reformed Claimer gets her first stakes victory. The 5-year-old mare was bred in Kentucky by Stone Farm and Joseph Sutton. Owner and trainer Charlton Baker claimed the Intertrack specialist for $35,000 when she broke her maiden at the Big A nearly 3 years ago. Expression has earned $364,000. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
New at Ashford for 2015, Verrazano. Brilliant winner of his first 5 starts, including the Grade 1 Wood Memorial.
And they're coming down to the finish, and it will be Verrazano.
And the Haskell by a record 9 3/4 lengths, earning a buyer figure of 116, the highest of any 3-year-old in 2013.
And Verrazano and John Velasquez have blown away their competition.
Verrazano, a great-looking son of More Than Ready, new at Ashford.
For more than a decade, WinStar has been a leader in freshman sires' success. Distorted Humor, Tis Now, Spitestown. And now, another sire has risen to the top.
And it is Super Saver.
Competitive edge in the hopeful. The winner by 4.5 lengths. I spent in a clear-cut second.
Super Saver, standing at WinStar Farm.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Discover Ocala, horse capital of the world, centrally located between Orlando and Jacksonville. Ocala's thoroughbred industry has many incentives to breed, raise, and train thoroughbreds. Here are a few recent listings: Oak View, Copacabana, Marnig, Ocala, Marion County. Come visit us and we'll show you why it's a great place to live.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 2-year-old stakes action in this segment. We begin with fillies at Tampa Bay Downs and the Sandpiper Stakes. Innovative idea, the 2-to-1 favorite, Richard Grunder has the call.
Cheers for Sydney trying to take him start to finish. Coco's Wildcat runs at the leader now second. On the outside, our Sassy Lass is set down for the drive third as they're into the stretch. Here's Coco's Wildcat and Luis Garcia from the outside, our Sassy Lass in full stride. It'll be one of these two inside the final furlong. Our Sassy Lass on the outside. Coco's Wildcat is battling back gamely. Now our Sassy Lass edging clear to take the Sandpiper 3 parts of length.
3-to-1 second choice, our Sassy Lass outfinishes Coco's Wildcat officially by half a length. The 4th of 5 winners on the card for jockey Antonio Gallardo. The Florida bred clocked in 110-2. Our Sassy Lass made all 3 previous starts at Gulfstream Park, where she broke her maiden by 9.5 lengths for a $100,000 tag in her latest. Kirk Zadie trains the winner. A $40,000 OBS April 2-year-old, our Sassy Lass has earned $86,000 for Averill Racing, Silver Oak Stable, and Gregory Kaufman. The filly by Exclusive Quality was bred in Florida by Brent and Crystal Fernand. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. To Laurel Park for the Gin Talking Stakes. Lake Sabago, the 4-to-5 favorite, Dave Rodman has the call.
Comforter still out there. Comforted Toast of Mayfair, joined by Darling Sky, 47, and 2/5 was a half mile. And here comes Lake Sebago circling on the far outside, driven along as they reach the top of the stretch. Lake Sebago sweeps up on the outside, and Darling Sky there in between horses, with Comforter down inside, weakened up in third position, and Gypsy Judy is fourth. They're coming through the final furlong, and Trevor McCarthy going to work on Lake Sebago. Lake Sebago kicking clear in the Gin Talking Stakes.
Lake Sebago by Ashford Stud Stallion Munnings takes it by 2 lengths over Darling Sky. Trevor McCarthy aboard the Keeneland Sells Graduate in 125 and 4. The John Robb trainee was a 27-1 long shot when she won the Smart Halo Stakes over the track last month, but she was bet down to 80 cents on the dollar for the Gin Talking Stakes. The winner was bred in Kentucky by Mockmer Hall, Carey, and Craig Brogdon. First or second in all 5 starts, Lake Sebago has earned $159,000 for Tim O'Donoghue Racing Stables. The filly was consigned by Select Sales to the 2013 Keeneland September Yearling Sale, where she was purchased by Tim and Crystal O'Donoghue for $22,000. Multiple stakes-winning 2-year-old filly Lake Sebago, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. To Golden Gate for 2-year-olds in the Gold Rush Stakes. Unblunted, the 11-10 favorite, Michael Rona picks up the call.
Around past the 3/8 pole, and Ray Patch pioneering the trail in the Gold Rush. Leads Great Lou by half a length. 2 lengths to Stand and Salute and Unblunted. Sandor the Hound hanging with those horses in the middle of a line of 3 at the quarter pole. Broughton Kitten is next, has 4 lengths to make up at the top of the stretch, where it's Ray Patch giving a bold sight at big odds. Slips away 2 lengths to Great Lou in upper stretch. Stand and Salute coming through second. Unblunted not doing much from Sandor the Hound, and Broughton Kitten's the widest runner. He's beginning to motor. A 16th to go. Stand and Salute thrusts to the front. Broughton Kitten finishing furiously on the outside. Stand and Salute, Broughton Kitten. Stand and Salute by a neck.
Stand and Salute holds off the late charge of Broughton Kitten by half a length. Russell Bays aboard the Florida Bred in 139 and 1. Stakes placed on debut at Santa Rosa. Stand and Salute was coming off a maiden victory over the Track and Trip. Jerry Hollendorfer trains the winner. Stand and Salute has earned $71,000. The colt by St. Andan was bred in Florida by his owner, Red Oak Stable. Florida breds, race him or chase him. To Tampa Bay Downs for the inaugural stakes. Supreme Justice, the 5-2 favorite. Once again, here's Richard Grunter.
Midway in the turn, and Charlie's Brother trying to pull the upset. Here's Catalina Red. He's traveling up sweetly on the outside and now moving to challenge. Read the News is all in. Duke of Luke and Gallardo sets him down for the drive on the outside as they're into the stretch. Catalina Red now strikes to the lead. Charlie's Brother is toward the rail second. Duke of Luke is flattening out third, and 4 lengths farther back, Lord Tyrion. But down to the wire, Catalina Red came to run today, and he wins off impressively.
Catalina Red, another stakes winner from the first crop by Ashford Stud Stallion Munnings, draws off to break his maiden by a widening 7 1/4 lengths over Charlie's Brother. Daniel Centeno aboard the Florida Bred in stakes record time of 109 and 1. Third in his first 2 starts on turf, the Chad Stewart trainee was coming off a second-place finish in maiden company on dirt at Gulfstream Park West. A $55,000 OBS August yearling, the colt brought $71,000 at the OBS April 2-year-old sale. Catalina Red has earned nearly $45,000 for Anthony Lindsay. The inaugural winner was bred in Florida by Franz and Erwin Wiener. Florida breds, race him or chase him. To Laurel Park for the Marylander Stakes. Golden Years, the 2-5 favorite. Once again, here's Dave Rodman.
Golden Years chasing the speed of Here the Chatter into the far turn. It's 2 more lengths. Final Prospect is third. Sizzling Guitars is under pressure from 4th. Special Invitation is in 5th. Made Bail trying to pass Quality Wise still has 8 lengths to make up. And Chase Lane racing to the back of the pack with Max Crown. And they make the turn for home. Golden Years 46 3/5 was a half mile. And Golden Years is set down and responds immediately. Opening up 3 lengths. On Here the Chatter in second. Then Sizzling Guitars is third. Final Prospect is 4th. In the final furlong in the Marylander, nothing's gonna touch Golden Years. Coming home oh so convincingly under Victor Carrasco.
Odds-on favorite Golden Years draws up to defeat long-shot Sizzling Couture's by a widening 7 1/4 lengths. Victor Carrasco aboard in 124 4. Winner of his first 2 starts over the track, including the Maryland Million Nursery Stakes, Golden Years gets back on track after finishing 4th in the James F. Lewis III Memorial Stakes. The colt by Not for Love was bred in West Virginia by O'Sullivan Farms and was a $120,000 yearling. Trained by Rodney Jenkins, Golden Years has earned $146,000 for Hillwood Stable. Golden Years paid $280 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the week is It's My Lucky Day, record-breaking millionaire from the Danzig sire line who captured Saratoga's Grade 1 Woodward Stakes this year. New for 2015.
Some horses are so brilliant, they make you stop and take notice.
Fort Larden is giving way, it's cross traffic.
Some are bred on a perfect cross.
Then on the outside, it's Mucho Macho Man, Ron the Greek down toward the rail.
This horse has it all. Plus, traffic-stopping good looks, cross traffic, unbridled songs, fastest son.
Cross traffic will take his place among the top handicap horses in the country. Here comes Blame. Blame has won it ahead.
A photo finish that Blame got.
6 graded stakes wins, 3 Grade 1 victories, 9 consecutive 100-plus buyers. And now, Blame has sired graded stakes quality from his first crop. His first runners are stars at tracks across the country.
Don't blame me. Impressive winners of the Open.
Eclipse champion Blame at Claiborne Farm.
This is Kate and Breda for Equine Eco Green. Equine Eco Green is smart horsemen leading the way for recycling. Our company's patented a comprehensive waste management system. We accommodate wood, straw, and other cellulose waste and produce bagged or bulk shavings, fire logs, pellets, and compost. Waste management is a chronic problem throughout the world. Our solution presents an exceptional opportunity. We're seeking sophisticated investors who share our vision. Equine Eco Green, made by horsemen for horsemen.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Living up at the Downs. Do you like having a great time with your friends and family? Then you will have a great time. Come out to Tampa Bay Downs and you will see Thoroughbred racing, Texas Hold'em tournaments. You gotta know when to pull them. Help your golf game at our practice range. You can bet there's so much more. Tampa Bay Downs. Live it up at the Downs.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Marathon Grade 3 Valedictory Stakes coming up in this segment. But we begin with 3-year-old stakes action presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. To Gulfstream Park for the Aventura Handicap. At Treaties, the 2-5 favorite, Larry Comas has the call.
So they move into the turn with Dude Man in front. And now at Treaties moves 3 wide. Tony B is in between those two. And then it's Urban Cool in fourth, 2 lengths off the lead. Shiver Curlin is next on the inside, and then comes Best Plan Yet. Around the far turn, Dude Man and the Treaties. And these two are together coming to the top of the stretch. It is Dude Man in front. A Treaties is right alongside as they turn for home. And now Edgar Zayas asks him to roll, and he's head and head with Dude Man. And a Treaties now takes over the lead at the 8th pole. A Treaties in front, and he's pulling away willingly now, leaving Dude Man and the others behind. Urban Cool is third as a Treaties comes home strong. He won it by 5 in the end.
Odds-on favorite at Treaties scores by 4.5 lengths over Dude Man for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sells graduates. Edgar Zayas up in 137-1. Impressive winner of his first 3 starts over the track, including a 17-length romp in the Monarco Stakes. The Marty Wolfson trainee had his perfect record snapped by a distant 6th place finish in the Grade 2 Indiana Derby. The colt by Medalla d'Oro was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Stone Street Thoroughbred Holdings, and is a half-brother to Grade 1 stakes winner Dreaming of Julia. A treatise has earned $120,000. Derby Dan Farm Stallion Dialed In, Grade 1 Florida Derby winner by EP Indy's Horse of the Year Mineshaft. Dialed In's first weanlings sold for up to $72,000 this fall. Watch for his first yearlings in 2015. To Woodbine for the closing day feature, the Grade 3 Valedictory Stakes at the marathon distance of 1 3/4 miles. Turkish, the 5-2 favorite, Dan Loisel picks up the call.
This 23-1 shot, Quiet Country, who takes them to the backstretch. Turkish, just off his flank in second. Manigar starts to move up for Patrick Husbands, now in third. Pender Harbor's back in fourth and 3.5 lengths off the lead. Then we have Des Velo in fifth. Bingo Kitten makes up some ground to the inside. Alongside is Cozy Kitten. Then a Royal Blessing. They ran 1:45 flat. Quiet Country. Turkish is breathing down his neck. And Manigar poised just in behind them in third. Pender Harbor and Contreras. Contreras asked Pender Harbor to go on now. Down to the inside is a hard-ridden Dessa Vallo from off the pace, the white-capped Royal Blessing, and they're at the quarter pole, and Turkish has made his move, and Turkish has swept to the lead. Manigar is set down on the outside along with Pender Harbor. Royal Blessing's coming hard from way, way back. They're into the stretch, it's Turkish, but Royal Blessing with long and powerful strides is bearing down on Turkish, and it's Turkish in front. Royal Blessing, one last gasp, lunge. It's going to be close in the valedictory. Here is the wire. Turkish held on.
Turkish gets to the wire a neck in front of Royal Blessing, who was demoted to third for interference in the stretch. Pender Harbor bumped up to second. Emma Jane Wilson, the winning jockey, in 3:02 flat. Claimed by his current connections for $40,000 in September, Turkish won the 1 5/8 allowance prep for the valedictory by 11 lengths. The 5-year-old gelding by Istan was bred in Kentucky by Brereton C. Jones and began his career racing for his breeder and trainer Reed Baker. Tino Attard now trains the winner for Lawrence Cordes, who gets his first stakes victory after 45 years in the business. Turkish has earned $273,000. Coming up, a new track record in the Bayakoa.
Share what you love about Florida.
Wholesome food that's fresh from Florida. You already know how good it is, but did you know that buying locally makes a good thing even better? Food grown here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped as far. That saves fuel and cuts emissions, which helps the environment. Buying Florida-grown products creates jobs and generates revenue, and that helps our economy. Fresh from Florida. Good for the environment, good for the economy, good for you.
Mucho Macho Man wins the 126 Suburban in a dazzling time.
Mucho Macho Man just keeps on finding on the lead. Will take charge a late run. Mucho Macho Man, the more they asked, the more he gave.
Mucho Macho Man, multiple Grade 1 and Breeders' Cup Classic winning earner of $5.6 million. New for 2015 at Adena Springs.
And they're off.
After finishing a disappointing 8th in her first start, Groupie Doll would rebound just 2 weeks later to impressively break her maiden. She would go on to become one of the best sprinters of her generation, earning back-to-back Eclipse Awards. After selling for $3.1 million at the Keeneland November sale, everyone believed her racing career was over. But Groupie Doll would return and add another graded stakes victory to her impressive resume. OCD Pellets. Build stronger bone and build your success story.
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Los Alamitos for fillies and mares in the Grade 2 Bayacoa Stakes. 'Tis Midnight, the 4-5 favorite. Here's the call by Frank Miramati.
And they're off in the Bayacoa. Valiant Amelia is hustled out for the early lead. Yahilwa came away in good order, and 'Tis Midnight in between them. Legacy is wrangled back now to take the third position. They're followed by Oscar Party, and Warren's Vanitas at the back. Into the first turn they go, and it's Yahilwa setting the tempo, leads by a length. 'Tis Midnight, Perfect Trip second. 3 more to Legacy in third. At the rail, Oscar Party a joint fourth with Valiant Amelia just outside of her. And Warren's Vanita on hold at the back. 6 lengths covers the field. 5.5 furlongs to go. It's Yahilwa in front, 3/4 of a length to 'Tis Midnight second. Legacy an eager third between horses. Oscar Party hugs the rail and now moves up to claim third. Outside of them, Valiant Amelia only 3.5 off the lead. Warren's Vanita moves up willingly and trying to find room in between rivals. Tightly grouped a half mile from home in the Bayacoa. Yahilwa's been there throughout. 'Tis Midnight, yet to be asked for her best. Now comes to challenge, heading to the 3 furlong point. A length and a half back to Legacy in third. Warren's Vanita needs to find some racing room. She's running on willingly. Oscar Party inside of her. Valiant Amelia could not keep up. 'Tis Midnight, the new leader at the top of the stretch. Legacy closing gamely on the outside. Yahilwa, Oscar Party behind them, and then Warren's Vanita. They're heading to the furlong pole. It's 'Tis Midnight. Warren's Vanita appears the only threat. She's running on strongly. Warren's Vanita coming after 'Tis Midnight, coming to the furlong pole. 'Tis Midnight all out. Warren's Vanita up alongside. Warren's Vanita puts her head in front. 'Tis Midnight is tough and battling back. It's a photo finish. Here it is. Close.
Odds-on favorite 'Tis Midnight fights back to defeat 10-1 Warren's Vanita by a head. Victor Espinoza, the winning jockey, in 141-3. A close second to Champion Beholder in the Grade 1 Zenyatta Stakes 2 starts back. 'Tis Midnight gets her first stakes victory. The Bob Baffert trainee was coming off a 9th place finish in the Breeders' Cup Distaff. The 4-year-old filly by Midnight Loot, out of multiple Grade 1 stakes winner Tough Tis Assist, was bred in Kentucky by Carl Watson and Paul Whiteman, who owned the winner in partnership with Mike Pegram. 'Tis Midnight has earned nearly $335,000. Victor Espinoza with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. We'll have 2-year-old fillies in the Grade 1 Starlet Stakes from Los Alamitos, along with 2-year-olds in the rich Springboard Mile from Remington Park and stakes action from Aqueduct and Gulfstream Park next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture. Online at tbredweek.com.